Hello and welcome to the video guide for setting up two-factor authentication within ClockOn. Two-factor authentication is a way to provide an additional layer of security for accessing systems through the use of both a primary authentication method, i.e. a username and password, as well as a separate changing security code provided by another company. Both logins are required to use the system, thus making the system more secure and in helping to ensure that only the users that are allowed to use it can access it. To enable this feature within ClockOn, first click on the Setup menu item and then click System Setup. Once this screen is loaded, select the Other tab and then click Enable Google 2FA. You will then be presented with a message advising that any employees who have an administrator access level to another employee's details, i.e. they do timesheets for other employees, roster other employees, or payroll other employees, will be required to use two-factor authentication after this is proceeded. Employees that don't require access to other employees' details will not necessarily be required by the system to have a two-factor authentication code. We'll just click Yes to continue. You will then be presented with a screen that shows a secret password and requires a Google code to be entered in order to continue. To get this code, you will need to generate it from a Google Authentication app. Currently, we recommend two ways to do this. One is to use your mobile device, such as an Android or iOS phone, and install the Google Authentication app. The other is to use the Chrome add-in called the Google Authenticator. To keep this tutorial simple, we're going to be using the Google Chrome method. To do this, first open up the link in the description for the ClockOn two-factor authentication system setup help guide, and then under the Before Configuration section, click the In Google Chrome on your PC option. This will take you to the Chrome web store, in which the authenticator will already be selected. Click Add to Chrome, and then click Add Extension. We will then see this option up here for extensions, and we'll see this Authenticator as been added to Chrome option here. Now, if we click the extensions option, we will get the Authenticator here and this little pin icon here. I'm going to select that so I can always see the Authenticator option up in the top bar. Now to add the ClockOn authentication to this, we want to click on that little icon there, click on the edit button up here, the little pencil icon, and then click on this plus symbol here. From there, we're going to click manual entry, set up an issuer name. Now that can be whatever you want. It could be the employee's name, it could be ClockOn, whatever you want. So I'm just going to type ClockOn user 1. And then I'm going to paste in the secret code as we had from ClockOn, which is located here. And then click OK. This now gives us a 6-digit code in which we'll need to enter in ClockOn. Now note that this code changes periodically. This little timer here will tell us when the next code will change. So what we need to do before it changes is get that code. So in this instance it's 180839 and enter it in here. So 180839 and then click Verify. You have successfully set up Google Authenticator on your account. We click OK and we're done.